I'm experimenting with stream of consciousness storytelling. I've got my microphone interface hooked up to my computer as of 8:18 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, I believe if everybody was given adequate audio recording equipment, training, encouragement from parents, specifically Jewish parents, then we would have quite a mid-sized fleet of youthful, energetic bedroom demo tape makers ready to take on whatever the GOP has to throw at our demographic. So it's just a matter of properly distributing MIDI keyboards, interfaces, computers equipped with the latest in Fruity Loops, GarageBand, and then you will have what amounts to a militia of nicely compressed and eager young technicians ready to join the cause. These little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. The problem with being cool in college is that would imply that you were uncool in high school, which in my case is very true. But that means that when you go home for winter break, 3,000 miles from where you are a person to be loved, to be admired, you come home and to a place where you previously have only existed as this lumbering, gawky creature with a supernatural ability to introduce secondhand embarrassment in bystanders. And so you have two selves that are at odds. You're like, who am I? Who am I? Usually the answer is you have to go clean the cat litter and pick up the groceries and pick up your brother from school and hope that kids from high school don't see you and ask you questions about college, because then you'll have to talk to them and they'll be like, what's going on? How are you doing? And you'll be like, well, I don't know. It's pretty great, but can you fuck off? That hasn't happened to me yet this winter break, but I've only been here for 2 days, so it's only a matter of time. The problem with millennials is that everyone fucking hates them. Everyone's like, well, millennials can't form real relationships because they're always staring at their phones. The thing is about that is that all their relationships are happening on their phones, and they have a richer, more treasured inner life than any of you elderly fuckers could ever dream of. The problem with millennials is that they're so busy dealing with the shit that's being flung at them from every corner of adult society that they can't take the time to properly focus their energies on the things that they're good at, which is post-punk music, advanced mathematical advances, pop-punk music. You know, if you just gave them the chance, if you just would shut the fuck up, I think we'd have some great contenders for Pitchfork's Top 50 Albums of the Year list. It's just a thought, but it'd be nice if for every time someone engaged with my content on social media, they were contractually obliged to give me $1. I was just thinking about how many dollars I would have. I could probably get a pizza every day. Could probably buy new shoes. Another pair of black shoes. I already have 12 pairs of black shoes, but you can never have too many black shoes. And it would also induce a kind of sharing economy in that everyone wants to create the best content possible so they can get the most dollars possible. I mean, I'm just dreaming of this brave new world. You know, you exchange money for goods and services, and that should include shit posts, tweets, vines. I wouldn't make my best friends pay for the ugly Snapchats of my face I send them, though. That'd just be rude.